Now look what you've done.
Ah, here he is.
That was a Strix Varia. At least I think it was. Never know for sure now, will I?
Strix what?
A Strix what?
Strix Varia. A barred owl. Real hard to spot. And it doesn't help that you're out here making more noise than a jumbo jet.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean any harm.
My name's Red Knott. And if you've got a volume knob, I'd appreciate your taking it down a notch before you scare away everything from here to Lancaster.
Okay, so he's a birdwatcher person.
I'm Nancy Drew. What were all those noises out here just now?
That was me, Miss Nancy Drew, calling in birds. And doing a pretty good job of it, too, till you showed up. Where'd you come from, anyway?
I'm staying here in the old Malone place.
Now, why would you want to do a thing like that? The Malone house is no place for one young woman, let alone two.
He's not a very nice person, in case you can't tell.
What do you know about the woman living here?
I talked to her a couple of times.
He cares a lot about birds more than people, I
she wasn't doing
think.
so good. She acted real anxious, scared.
What do you think was scaring her?
The dogs. The dogs of Mickey Malone.
Ooh.
Legend goes that when Malone was finally arrested and hauled away, his 4 dogs went running off into the woods and were never seen again.
Uh-oh.
You would just hear them, howling like their hearts were broken every night until one by one, they all died and went silent. But every time someone tries living in the Malone house, back they come.
Are you saying Sally's house is haunted by ghost dogs?
Yeah.
Every night, ever since she moved in, you could hear them howling. And some nights the dogs would appear outside the house, running around, snarling and barking and throwing themselves at the doors and windows. And then they'd be gone. They're buried in the cemetery just beyond the house, you know. Them and Malone both.
The dogs would attack her house?
Yeah.
They don't want anybody but Malone living there. I guess they don't know he's dead. And so are they.
Did she ever call the police?
This isn't New York City, Miss Nancy Drew. All they got around here is one officious little park ranger. And all Jeff Akers does is sit around all day trying to figure out how he can get himself transferred out of here to a bigger park.
Are you a native of Moon Lake?
Yeah.
I just come to Moon Lake in the spring to look for birds. Got an observation platform just up the path, kind of my base camp, and I've got a little outboard down there on the lake. Left my car at the big dock up lake. Don't really need it.
Uh-oh. That's not a good sound. When killer ghost dogs are on the attack.
Yes, ma'am. Which is why I think it would be a good idea if I went my merry way and you got yourself back inside that house.
One more thing. The water in Sally's well needs to be tested. How do I do that?
Yeah.
Get a sampling kit from Jeff Akers. Ranger station's on the east side of the lake. Good luck, Miss Nancy Drew.
Okay. That's Red Knott. Nice talking to him, I guess. And now let's get back inside the house before the ghost dogs attack. Uh-oh. Spooky sound effects.
This is not good.
Uh-oh. Whoa. The dogs are attacking and playing with the electrical switches. Ah! Let's look out the window. Ah! Glowing green eyes! Ah! Okay, I'm freaked out. That's scary. Can I try to go outside when the ghost dogs are there, or do I have to skip ahead to the next day? Oh. You can go back outside. But it's probably best to skip to the next day. Anyway. Ah, see, nice morning. Now things aren't so scary without the ghost dogs. And let me see. Here's the pump. Oh, it's not working. Huh. Well, in any case, you should take the bucket. Because you're going to go to the little boat.
The boat's full of water.
Use the bucket to bail it out. free screwdriver. Awesome! You know what a screwdriver is good for? What's this?
The spark plug is missing.
Oh no.
I gotta have some torque.
What?
I gotta have some torque.
Nancy's gotta have some torque. But she can't get any torque with the missing spark plug. That's very sad. Well, now that we have the screwdriver, you know what we can do? This. The lock won't work, so let's unscrew it. And what do we have? A hammer and nails. That's good. And a gas mask. Okay. Turns out, okay, so the gas mask has been mixed with the glove, so I wonder what Nancy's going to be doing that would require a gas mask. And this is where Red Knott is hanging out. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
This must be Red's observation platform.
But he's not here because it's, well, daytime, and he only hangs out at night. Which is kind of suspicious. And really, that's all we can do today. Pretty much all we can do today. I'm afraid to say. Because we need a spark plug in order to get anywhere besides away from the house. And Red is the only one who knows how to get a spark plug. So let's go back and ask him. Do-do-do. Clicky click click click, clicking like 60 times in order to get to him.
Well, it's Miss Nancy Drew.
Please, just call me Nancy.
Yeah,
I will if you keep your voice down. I just heard a cerulean warbler.
Cerulean warbler?
Did you say last night that you have an outboard motorboat?
Yeah,
Sure
do you?
do. Only type of motorized vehicle that's allowed on Moon Lake. Heck, if it were up to me, I'd ban them too. Have everybody get around by canoe. Nothing like the threat of physical activity to keep tourists away.
You're not exactly a people person, are you?
I came to see birds, not people. The more people there are in a forest, the fewer birds there are. It's a fact of life. The reason I like to come here is because nobody else does. It's perfect. Not a decent grocery store, restaurant, or motel for miles.
There's no place nearby that sells boat parts? Sally's outboard is missing a spark plug.
Yeah, we gotta have some torque.
You're out. After all, I was a Boy Scout. Be prepared.
Be prepared is the Boy Scout motto.
You mean you have a spark plug I could buy?
That's the reference.
Well,
Now make like a
it
Boy
just so
Scout and
happens
be
I've got
prepared.
2 spark plugs right here in my pocket. The question is, if I give you one, what do I get for it? I don't need cash, but maybe you could take a few pictures for me. Know how to
Pictures?
use a digital camera?
My friend Bess just got one for her birthday. I
Mhm.
helped her figure out how to use it.
There's a couple of birds I'm supposed to take pictures of for PEPSOG. That's People for the Preservation and Study of Birds. You can recognize them by their songs, which are on this tape, which you can play on my cassette player, which you're going to have to get from M's Emporium as soon as you get your boat fixed. Think you can handle that?
I know
Yeah.
I can.
Here's everything you need. M's Emporium is up lake on the west side. Not that I'm trying to get you out of my hair or anything, but try not to come pestering me till you're done, okay? One more thing. You smoke?
Only when I'm on fire.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a spunky one, aren't you? Well, these woods may not look it, but they're tinder dry.
Oh no.
One lit match, and the best bird habitat on the East Coast will go up in smoke. So watch what you do. Because if anything like that happens, I won't be looking for birds anymore. I'll be looking for you. Watch yourself out there.
Okay, Nancy's not planning on starting a forest fire, Mr. Red. You don't have to worry about that.